Hey guys, this is Jared here with FDO Overland. So we had a bit of a technical complication with our microphones on the recording of this video. So we're going to do a voiceover instead as I walk you through the process of how I installed this 30-inch Lasfit Lasbar into the front grille of my 2023 Silverado. It's going to go down on the bottom of the grille with the lower row of openings. We're going to install it there, make up a harness to wire it to the aux beam 8-gang switch. I put it all back together and show you the final result. To start the removal process of the front grille, you're going to have to remove the upper air intake louver. So there's going to be 2 T15 bolts that have to be pulled out of the hood release lever. And then once you pull those 2 T15s out, you can pull the hood lever plastic handle straight towards you and it'll come out. And then you have to go around and do all of the little plastic pop locks around the entirety of the louver. So those have a little center in them that you pry up on. Once you get them all the way pried up, then you'll be able to just pull out the entire locking mechanism itself. There's a whole bunch of them around the entire louver on top. So just make sure you get all of them out and it will lift right up. Super easy. So the next step of getting your grille out is to remove the upper bumper cover, and that requires that you remove part of the fender liner and pull it back so that way you can reach the upper 3 bolts that are holding it tight to your quarter fender. So there are a series of T15 bolts that hold in the fender liner with a couple little plastic locking snaps. Once you get those out and pull it out, then you'll be able to remove the full paint match piece that wraps around. Once you pull all the hardware out of the front half of the fender cover and you're able to get it bent back, you can reach your hand up in behind the bumper cover, and following that line in between the upper bumper cover and your quarter fender, you will be able to feel 3 bolts that are have their heads at the top and they go down into the bumper cover. They just hold clips on holding the bumper cover, so all you have to do is loosen them a few turns, and once you loosen those 3, it will relax the clips enough to be able to pop the bumper cover off. They are quite a bit of a pain to get to. The closest one to the outside is easy to get to with your hand up in the fender cover. Alternately, you can come in from the top, and I will point out and show you where those are from the top side. But once you get all 3 loosened up, then you can start loosening that side of the upper bumper cover. So once you have the 3 bolts that hold the clips up into the quarter fender loosened up, then those little plastic retention pins are going to hang down. You can kind of see it through the crack if you apply it in a light pressure down. So as you're pulling down, pull it slightly towards you and you'll be able to get the clips out of their locking tabs in the upper bumper cover. It's going to take some finagling. You might need to get a trim removal tool to be able to help you get those out. But as you're able to pull them out, you can then also pull the tabs out of the headlight, which will definitely require some sort of pry tool, and this side will be free. As an aside, this piece is super flimsy in the center and will rotate and flop or fall down. So as you get it pulled off of one side, make sure that you leave it up against the truck with the tab still in their hole, so that way it won't fall off. You could, because it is plastic, you could possibly break it in the center if one side drops and falls off while the other side is still up and locked into its clips. Once you have the grille itself exposed with the upper louver removed and the upper bumper cover removed, then you're going to be able to access and get to all of the bolts that hold the grille on. So to reach those bolts, you'll have to get an extension to get to the 3 along the very bottom. Then there are a few along the top as well that you'll need to get to, and those are all that holds the grille in. There are no plastic clips for the grille. All right, guys, here we have the setup where we're going to make the wiring harness to connect the Lasfit light bar to the aux beam. So the Lasfit uses a DT style Deutsch connector, and I'm going to crimp the male version of that onto our wire here, so that way the wire can be run up to the aux beam, which takes a bare wire connection. So here you see I've got my black and red 14 gauge wire. I have the female pins that go in the male connector. So the benefit of using a Deutsch style connector like Lasfit does is you've got a waterproof seal here where the terminals will go. You've also got a waterproof seal here. These are oversized seals because the wire that I'm using does have a bit more insulation than a standard 14 gauge wire pair does. And then this is the locking pin. So once we get our terminals in, we'll slide our locking pin down in. That will lock them into place. So to attach the terminals to the wire, you are going to need a specific crimper for true solid contact Deutsch terminals. So this is one I picked up off eBay. It's like $30. It's pretty straightforward. I use this at work doing Deutsch terminals all the way around fire trucks for lights, communication, etc. It does a set range. There are much nicer, much more expensive pairs, but this one's got me put through the past few years for the smaller gauge wires that I need to do. We'll have it linked in our Amazon store, as well as this kit to make your own Deutsch terminals. So what we're going to do is, since this crimps, see the little fingers in there, how they crimp down to make a tight connection all the way around the wire. We're going to insert the terminal until it's flush, and then we're going to hold pressure on it so that way the crimping pins inside of it are holding the terminal. We will insert our wire and squeeze all the way down until the ratcheting is done. So now you can see we've got nice divots all the way around. Do a little tug test, and that terminal is secure on there. This is a good solid connection. So now we're also going to strip off this wire. So we'll take our wire strippers here, strip it down, twist up the end here so that way our second terminal slides on nicely. Take the crimp side of our DT female pin, put it in flush, and we will slide the wire in just like that. Crimp until the ratchet is done. And here we have our two terminals. Now these terminals, once they're on, go into the connector. Very simple. Inside of the connector, in here, along this rectangular bar, there's going to be two locking pins about midway through. That's what hold these in. So the locking pins will grab on the back of the shoulder on the terminal. And so we just want to push these in until we can hear them click. So get our wires in, get them started. So you can see we got this one is up flush and it just clicked. So we push this other one up flush and it clicked into place. So you can see on the locking tab here, we've got the shelf. This shelf is going to sit in there behind that locking tab and prevent the locking tabs inside from being pushed back. Now, this is waterproof all the way around. Once we make the connection, those terminals, good and secure. And we have a wiring harness ready to go for our Lasfit light bar. To install the Lasfit light bar, I'm just going to use the regular L mounting brackets that came included with the light bar and bolt them to the lower plastic section, air diverter inside the grill in front of the active air dam. So this will hold it down just level with that lower opening in the grill and keep it out of the way of the active air dam. Keep in mind the grill shutters behind the grill have to open and close, and they will open and close whenever your truck is operating in cold temperatures to help it warm up quicker. If they do in fact get blocked or something runs into them, this will cause a check engine light. Now that we have our Lasfit light bar physically mounted, we'll take the harness that we made earlier, plug it in at the light bar, and run the wires up around where the OEM headlight wiring comes and come out just behind the headlight up to the aux beam that I already have installed. And once we do that, we'll find an empty slot in the aux beam, get it connected, and tighten down the secure points. While I had the front end apart, I capitalized on the moment to pressure wash through the radiator, the intercooler for my 2.7 turbo engine, as well as the AC condenser. Amongst all the journeys I've been on, the deep water puddles that we went through, I had quite a bit of buildup in the engine bay that you couldn't really get to with all of the various body lines and holes and cracks and crevices along the front end. So this was a great time to kind of clear everything out, get everything back to the way it was. Got the 30-inch Lasfit amber light bar installed, stuffed up in here. It turned out really nicely, right in line with this bottom opening of the grill. Wired up to the aux beam 8-gang switch that I have inside in the cab. And that's really all it took. It's kind of a pain to get apart. This white fascia has 20 million clips in it, and they all face different directions as well. So getting it to come off was a bit of a hassle, but got it and the grill off. Got the light bar mounted in. Even in the middle of the day like it is right now, it is still super bright. So I'm excited to test it out tonight once the sun goes down. See how it helps. I'm pretty stoked for once we get through the summer. When everybody gets kicking up a lot of dust in the evening. Just using my headlights and my white ditch lights has been a bit of a pain because it just ends up blinding me and I can't see more than 6 feet in front of the hood. So having this low down amber light will certainly help in the low visibility situations like that. Particularly since we're in spring, early morning fog on the way to work. It's going to help quite a bit then as well. Driving down the loosely populated roads, helping me see ahead. So super excited to see how it works out. Install went well. And of course, I haven't had any problems with the Lasfit item straight out of the box yet. So see how it goes. Thank you guys for tuning in. See ya.